Hello, good afternoon. Welcome everybody to today's class. Today we are doing a yang to yin class. We're going to focus on openers, so shoulder openers, chest openers, hip openers. So I'm super stoked that you're here today. And we will be using a bolster today. So if you do not have a bolster, you can use a rolled up towel or a rolled up blanket and fasten together with some like ribbons or string, whatever you have. And then you can just put it into a pillowcase. It's always a good option. We're also going to use a couple of blocks. And I'm super excited that you're here today. So thank you for joining me. If you're in the Toronto area, it's such a super beautiful day out there. And so I just want to share my gratitude for the beauty that always is in nature and for the inspiration that's always there. And I want to thank you for being here. So let's bring our mind into our practice and get ready here for our practice. So I want you to begin in a comfortable seated position here, and if it feels right for you right now, to close the eyes. So I invite you to close your eyes. Resting the palms of your hands on your thighs or the backs of your hands. And let's just start settling in here, settling into the stillness that's here in this room. And completely allow yourself to be here. To not think about what you did before class, this morning, a week ago, a year ago, and not thinking about what you're doing when class is finished, or what will be happening in a month's time, or in a year's time. We are right here, right now, in this moment. And typically when we spend time ruminating about the past or spending time in what if land of the future, it causes anxiety and also takes us away from this present moment. So be here. And the best way to keep yourself here is by feeling every point of connection that your body is making with the ground beneath it. So feel your hips sinking into the ground. Feel your legs soften. All the muscles in the legs completely soft here. And as the lower half of the body is being drawn down towards the earth by gravity, I want you to feel the crown of the head lengthening up towards the sky. And in so doing, the whole spine lengthens. All the spaces between the vertebrae open, and we grow tall as our hips and our legs are sinking down, feeling this oppositional pull between the sky and the earth and our own body. Now turn the attention to the hands, allowing the hands to completely melt into the legs. And as you bring this attention and this awareness into the hands, you might feel this little tingling that's there. And if you do, this is your prana, your life force, also known as chi. And as we bring our awareness to it, it lets us know that it's there and that it's always there by giving you that little tingle. Start to deepen the breath now. Soften your belly, widen across your collarbone. Still sitting tall in the spine. Soften and relax your throat, your jaw, your cheeks, your eyes. Remove emotion from your forehead. Every inhale brings about life and energy. And with every exhale, you relax even more, settling in and letting go. Think about what brought you to class today, what you hope to achieve in today's practice, setting an intention for today's practice, not an expectation. Think about that intention in its simplest form and repeat it 3 times into your entire self. Now taking the hands to the belly, we take a nice big deep inhale, really filling the belly wide and full, and then sigh out the breath. Doing that again, inhale deeply and sigh it out. And one more breath, just like that. And then slowly blink eyes to open. If you were sitting on a block or a pillow, come on off. Taking the legs into the opposite seating arrangement. So whatever leg was closest before is now further away. And now we're just going to take easy reach over. We're going to inhale and exhale as our arms move up and over. Nice, fluid, easy movements. Dynamic, starting to work and open up the whole side of the body, trying to keep the hips exactly where they are, just moving in the torso. Inhale, exhale as you come over, inhaling again, and exhale. Beautiful. Even closing the eyes here, taking a few more rounds each side. And then pausing in the center here. And now we're going to reach that right hand all the way up to the sky. Really stretch it all the way up. Left hand rests on the mat. Lift through the entire side body of the right side. And then very gently start reaching the hand towards the left. Spin those right ribs up. Keep the head nice and relaxed. Keeping the hips down. Every inhale, imagine the lengthening in the ribs. Every exhale, reaching a tiny bit more. Soften the belly and take 3 breaths, just like this. Keep the face soft. Slowly coming back down. Let's place the right hand on the ground. Left hand shoots up to the sky. Just pause for a moment. Bring the awareness into the differences in the sides of the body. Lifting through the fingers, really reaching, and then sending the left hand all the way to the right. Spin those left ribs up. Reach. Breathe. Every inhale, lengthen. Every exhale, reach more. Keep the neck soft. And now that you've been doing these movements with me for a while, some of you have been doing this with me for quite a few classes already. And I just want to know from you who have been doing it with me in these times, are you feeling that you feel this difference in your own body as you're bringing that awareness into your body? Do you feel how different your body feels each day, from day to day, from moment to moment? Just curious, I'd love to hear your feedback. Let me know. So now that we've done that lateral side flexion, I want you to lift high in the torso, really opening up here, and now hinge forward over the legs, pushing the hips back. Reach the hands in front of you, drop the chin down. Keep the belly soft, taking 3 breaths. Beautiful. Walking hands back up. Take the legs in the opposite direction that they just were. So layering the bottom leg and having the top leg on top, rising up really tall through the spine. Hinge forward just from the waist. Walk hands out in front of you. Palms wide. Drop the head down. Soften the belly. Slowly come up. One full breath in, full breath out. Come up. Beautiful. We're going to come to a low kneeling position. So sitting back on the heels here, taking the fingertips to rest on the tops of the knees. And we're going to do a cat-cow in this position. So on an inhale, you're going to push the chest out, shoulders come back, keeping the chin neutral. Inhale. And then exhale, round the back, tuck the chin all the way down. Inhale, puff the chest out, shoulders back, exhale, round and tuck. Let's do 3 more like this. Inhale and exhale. Open up, inhale and exhale, round and tuck. And last one, really opening up here and exhale, round it out. Tuck the chin. Beautiful. Let's come up to a tabletop position. Grounding the hands that are shoulder width apart into the ground here. The knees are hip distance apart. Feel the tops of the feet on the mat. And just take a moment here to really feel the body here as the hands push away from the ground, as the tops of the feet are pushing away and the spine lengthens. We're going to inhale and sweep that right arm all the way up to the sky. Open up, reach fingers up. And exhale, thread that right hand through and under the left. Take the right cheek down on the ground. Keeping the hips high. Take 2 full breaths here. Slowly sweeping the hand back up to the sky. Reach and exhale, thread it through and under again. Reach even further here. Dropping the right cheek down. Breathe. 2 full breaths. Come deeper. Beautiful. Coming back up. We're going to repeat on the other side, grounding in with the right hand here. Getting ready. Inhale, left arm lifts. Pause. Hold. Breathe and send that left hand through and under the right, resting the left cheek down. Hips are high. Really reach with that left hand. 2 full breaths. Coming up, sweep the arm all the way up, reach even more. We're going to go deeper in this round. Lift, exhale, thread through, under, really reach. Taking the left cheek down, hips high, 2 full breaths. Beautiful. Coming on up. Now we're just going to work on our twisting in the body. So come to that high kneeling position. Take your right foot out to the side, planting the entire foot down. Tuck that pelvis slightly here. Widen in the collarbone. We're going to take the hands behind the head here. And opening up the armpits, really reaching through the crown of the head, growing tall. Lift. And on an exhale, we're going to twist towards the extended leg, just from the navel. Inhale, come back. Exhale, twist, same side. Use the breath. Inhale, come back. Also using the top of the left foot to help stabilize you here. Exhale, come back. Oh, feels so good, right? Oh my God. Inhale, back. Exhale, twist. 2 more. Inhale up and exhale, twist it over. Last one. And exhale, twist. Beautiful. Shake it out. Let's take the left foot over, planting the whole foot down. Tuck pelvis, widen the collarbone, hands behind the head, grow tall, really grow tall. Feel the whole body here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist towards the extended leg. Feel how different this side is, everyone. Bring that awareness in. Feel the top of the right foot on the ground. It's stabilizing you here. Awareness into both feet. Inhale, come back. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come back. Your upper body is moving as one piece. Like imagine it's just one piece that's all together. 3 more here. Exhale, twist. Coming back. And exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Okay, let's start moving into those yang positions. Come to kneeling position. You're going to want to have blocks near the front of the mat, perhaps if you need. Nice to have them there if we need them. Planting the hands down, shoulder distance apart. Curl the toes under. Pause for a moment. You know what's coming. Push into the hands, push into the toes. Lift those knees to hover. Gazes down at the mat. Arms are strong here, legs are strong. You're like, yeah, man, bring it, bring it. Inhale, exhale, lower knees down, pedal out the tops of the feet. Curl toes under, inhale, lift to hover, gazes down, breathe. Inhale deeply, exhale, drop knees down, pedal out the tops of the feet. Let's do that one more time. Tuck toes, push into hands, lift and hover. One more full breath in. On the exhale, push hips up and back, looking back at the feet. Start walking out the feet, pushing the heels back towards the ground. Push evenly into those hands. Palms are wide. How do your legs feel today? Where is your energy? Look forward to the hands, bending knees a lot. Walk feet towards the hands. Stay here for just 2 full breaths in this forward fold. Crown of head is down, belly is touching the thighs. Bend knees as much as you need. Hold elbows. One more full breath in. Full breath out, hang. Inhale, reaching, sweeping the hands all the way to the sides of the body, coming all the way up. Look up at the thumbs, coming to a tiny baby back bend. And exhale, hands to heart center. Yes, let's do this. Take a nice wide step back in that right foot. Stay here in high lunge, everyone. High lunge. What's happening in your body? Tell me where your awareness is right now. If you sit in your feet, ding, 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 you win. The feet are completely grounded here. The whole foot of the left, you're feeling the entire foot nice and strong. Knee and ankle are in line. Then we bring our attention into the right foot. We're high on the balls of our toes. The heel is directly above the toes. Hips are forward. We draw everything into the midline. We zip it up. And now our arms shoot up towards the sky. We balance here. Soften the face. Inhale. Exhale. Take it back. Breathe, leaving the lower half of the body exactly where it is. Just taking the arms back and opening up here. Breathe. Inhale, bring it forward, back up to straight. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, bring it back. Feel how you're going a little deeper each time. Inhale forward, stay strong here. Exhale, take it back. Yes, beautiful. Slowly come forward, hands to hips, pivot back toes. So now we're at the heel to arch alignment, and I want you to swing those left toes forward to meet in the same parallel as the right toes. So here we are in this wide straddle. Make any adjustments you need to. And we want to turn the big toes slightly in to look at each other. Now, as you do that, awareness into the pinky toe side edge of the feet, and then turn it into the inside arch of the feet, toe pad, heel, ground, tuck pelvis, grow tall, stay here. Feel this energy here in the body. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, start hinging all the way from the hips, all the way down. Spine is long, long, long. Gaze comes down, opening up the whole inside of the legs here. Hands come down or to blocks. And now you can start wiggling the feet out even more in a wider straddle if that's available to you. Crown of the head is reaching down. Breathe. Make sure you're not clenching the toes at all. Stay here in this forward fold. Every inhale, the spine is still lengthening. Every exhale, you come a little bit closer down, feeling the entire opening on the inside of the legs, the back of the legs, pushing those hips up and back. Soften the belly. Keep your breath nice and smooth here. Beautiful. Take 2 more full breath rounds, just like this. Now, very slowly and carefully, keeping the gaze down at the mat, so just listen to my voice. We're going to heel toe the feet in towards each other until they are in a position where the toes are bent, are pointing out, heels are in, and we're going to start lowering the bottom down towards the ground so we can come into yogi squat. Your elbows are inside the knees. Now, if you need to, listen to your body, everybody. I want you to use blocks under your hands if you need. You can use blocks to sit on. Listen to the body, okay? Now, once you're in your comfortable squat, I want you to take 3 breath rounds. I want you to soften your face. I want you to feel the ground underneath the full foot and just stay here. You want to feel as though you could stay here all day. We're not going to. You're welcome. But you want to feel as though you can. 1 more full breath in. You're doing freaking wicked. Full breath in. Full breath out. Soften those hips even more. Now listen carefully to how we're going to transition back into straddle. Take the gaze back down onto the mat. Keep those knees bent, everybody, important. But start wiggling yourself forward into the hands. Push into the hands. Slowly lift your hips up towards the sky as the gaze is still down. Wiggling the feet, heel toeing out so that you end up back in the original straddle position with the big toes looking at each other. And come back to the straddle folds. Hang out here. 2 full breaths. Beautiful. Now we're going to turn the right toes to face front. All right. You're going to very carefully start bringing your body towards that right foot. You're going to come up slowly, slowly. Your hands are going to rest on the hips. And now transition that back foot into a high lunge back foot, taking whatever steps you need to. So you can just wiggle it forward and back. You can hold onto a wall if you need, and come to a high lunge on this side. And pause here. So in our right foot, we have the foot fully planted, knee and ankle in line, arms lift up to the sky. Left heel is right over the toes. Inhale, grow tall in the fingers. Exhale, come back. Oh, yes. Inhale, grow tall. And exhale, reach. Inhale, grow tall. How different is the balance on this side? Exhale, go back. Inhale and reach. And exhale, go back. Last one. Come up and go back. Beautiful. Slowly step left leg in to meet the right. Shake out the legs. How are you doing? Good? All right, let's move into the next series. Taking the right foot all the way back. Come back to a high lunge here. Now we're going to bring hands down to the ground, and the hands are going to be directly under the shoulders. Wiggle the left foot out towards the edge of the mat. So here we're coming to a dragon pose. Stay here for a moment in very strong dragon. The right knee is lifted from the ground, so we're not dropping the knee yet. Breathe. I want you to feel how this is opening the hip flexor of the right leg. Pause, breathe, gazes down at the mat, lengthening out the back of the neck. Lengthen the whole spine. Take a full breath in, full breath out. Drop right knee down and flatten out the top of the right foot. Stay here and breathe. Every inhale, imagine the spine is growing long. Every exhale, the hip flexor of the right leg comes even closer down to the ground. Keep the belly soft. Let the breath come in and out. Stay here. Keep your mind here in the body. Taking 3 full breaths. Are you pushing evenly into both hands? Make sure you are. You don't want to be crunching into that right shoulder. On the next exhale, wing out the left knee. So you're coming high on the pinky toe side edge of the left foot. Hands are still strong underneath the shoulders. Gaze is still looking at that top of the mat and down. No wrinkles in the back of the neck. 3 full breaths. Beautiful. Slowly come back. We're going to bring this left foot so that we're still high in the hips, and that left foot is now flexed, and we're opening up the calf muscle and the hamstring on the left leg. And stay here. Keep the spine long. Flexing that left foot, and now point the left toes. Flex the foot. Pointing toes. Doing this flex and point 3 times, bringing the mind into the whole leg. How does this activate in the entire length of the leg? Beautiful. Very gently and carefully, taking that left knee back to meet the right. I want you to sit back in child's pose for 2 full breaths here. Just curl into a little ball. Tuck the chin. Beautiful. Come on up. Let's extend the right leg out, wiggling it to the very side of the mat. Hands go down. Curl left toes and push up in the leg. Wiggling the foot back, opening up here, sinking into this pose. So you want to feel the hip flexor of the left leg opening. And we also want to feel a little bit of opening on the inside of the right leg. And stay here. Look at the top of the mat. No wrinkles in the back of the neck. Stay here strong. Strong in that left leg. Push into the ground in the hands. Really bring that awareness into the palms of the hand and into every point of connection that your feet are making with the ground. Stay here in the mind. Breathe. You got this, you guys. One more full breath in. Full breath out. Drop left knee down. Flatten out the top of the left foot and stay here. Low dragon. We're still working. Every inhale, imagine the spine lengthening. Every exhale, the top of the thigh is coming closer towards the mat. And even if it's not physically, energetically, it is. It's still moving energetically down and towards the ground. And you'll feel how that opens up the hip flexor. Take 3 more breaths. Strong in both hands. Don't jump into that left shoulder. On the last exhale, open up right knee, wing out on the pinky toe side edge of the right foot. Oh, how good does this feel? Oh my God. Yes, stay here. Oh, wow, it feels so good on my hips. I can't even. Full breath in, full breath out. Taking that foot now into the flex position, bringing it a little bit closer to the midline. Stay here, grow tall in the spine. You're still sitting high in the hips. Lengthen in the flex and then exhale, point the toes. Oh, yes. Oh my God. All right. Who wants to give me a foot massage? Anybody? I need a foot massage. Let's do 3 more just like this. Slow and deliberate moves, everyone. We'll do free yoga for foot massage. That's my new bumper sticker. Beautiful. Come back to the flex, taking that knee back, sit back in child's pose, 2 full breaths. Oh. All right. Come on up. Let's move into the yin portion of class. Our favorite parts, the yin. We love yin. All right, folks. So the first pose that we're going to do, and I'm apologizing now in case I fall asleep in it. Just joking, I won't, but you may, is we are going to take our bolster in the middle of the mat. You might want to have a pillow for under your head or a folded blanket that you'll put on top like that. Make sure you have your blocks nearby. You are going to want them for your knees. And we are going to take the base of the bolster right up against the base of the spine. So you want to really glue it there. And then you're going to completely lay over the bolster. So taking it right up against the spine, let your whole spine be supported by the bolster. And now we're going to take soles of the feet together to touch, and then taking the blocks to prop underneath the outside of the upper thigh so that the knees aren't being too pulled out by gravity here. And as you settle in, I want you to bring your awareness into the soles of both feet. Feel them connecting here. And then you can take whatever arm placement you want. So arms can be up overhead. They can be next to you, palms up to receive energy, palms down to ground. They can rest on your abdomen, however you want them to be. And while you're here, I want you to scan your body very slowly. Every breath round, you will scan a different body part, and you're going to scan for tension. So if you find tension in a body part, you're going to release it using your exhale. And now commit to stillness. Stillness in the body. So that if you feel the need to fidget, don't. Because we will be here for 4 minutes. No fidgeting. Like once you're in it, and then stay there. And we're also committing to stillness in the mind. So this doesn't mean pushing down thoughts, repressing thoughts that might come our way. In essence, it means almost exactly the opposite. It means we recognize that having thoughts is part of being human, which we are, and that we watch these thoughts come, we say hello thought, and we watch it drift away on our exhale, telling that thought that right now we are doing this. This is where we are. We're here in the body. And there are some times when I personally am speaking in my mind to those thoughts, where I will actually say to them in my mind, I see you, I acknowledge you, and I will deal with you later if I so choose. And then I get back to looking for tension in the body, and then I soften with my exhale. So while I'm telling you guys to do this, I am doing it too. This is what I tell myself on a daily basis. Stay here. Keep the breath deep. Allow yourself to settle in to the vulnerability of this pose. Can you let go even more? Take 5 full deep breath rounds. On the last exhale, very slowly, taking arms back from whichever position they were in. Slowly guide knees together. I'm having shoulder issues. Guide knees together using your hands, removing the blocks, and roll over to one side. Stay here in fetal position. Just taking a moment to deepen the breath. 2 full breaths here. Now slowly push into the top hand, bringing yourself up to a seated position. And now we're going to come into half frog. So we're going to be using the bolster again for this position. And we're going to be on the belly. So the bolster is going to be just about at hip height on the right side of the mat here. And we're going to come to lay down on the belly. You can rest your forehead on stacked hands. And now we're going to lift up the right leg and come to a 90-degree angle with the ankle, knee, and hip. And we're going to slowly lift up on the left toes. So push into the left toes to lift your leg up and move your left hip away from the midline. Okay, and now flatten out the top of the left foot again and rest forehead on stacked hands. And stay here. So once you find the position that's comfortable for you, stay in this position. Try not to wiggle around. And breathe. So bringing the awareness into the body, making sure you're not holding tension in the body. And sending the exhale to release and relax any tension you find along the way. Settling in here, noting how different the breath is as we move onto the belly. Softening the face and the throat. Settling in completely. Can you let go even more? Settling in even more here. Now that we've been here for a couple of moments, maybe you can wiggle the left hip out a little bit more from the midline and settle back in. Keep softening in the body, keeping the breath deep, 9 seamless cycles of breath. Taking 5 full deep breath rounds here, just like this. And the last exhale, very slowly and carefully, bring that left hip back closer to the midline and gently take the right leg off the bolster and just pause for a moment here in belly shavasana and then lift up the feet so the knees are bent and just take a nice easy windshield wiper side to side here. Just taking note of how different the sides of the hips feel. Take 2 more breaths just like this. And then slowly we're going to bring the bolster to come over on the other side. I'm doing it the lazy person's way. Oh, there you go. These bolsters are heavy. Okay. So lining up again with the hip and taking the left hip now on top of the bolster. Making sure your leg's nice and comfy. Dig those right toes in, move the hip away from the midline, and come to lay down on stacked hands. And making sure the top of the right foot is connecting with the ground. And breathe. Sink in here, committing to stillness. Softening through the left hip as much as you can. Put that little smile back on your face and just allow yourself to completely relax. Just let it go. Just letting yourself be right here, right now, in this moment. And now that we've been here for a couple of moments, dig the right toes back into the ground and wiggle that right hip out even more away from the midline. And settle back in. Right? So good. Softening everything. Release, let go. Just relax. Staying here for 5 full breath rounds. On the last exhale, slowly bring the right toes back into the mat to wiggle the right hip closer to the midline again. And gently take the left leg off the bolster, keeping knees wide, lift feet up, and windshield wiper with knees bent. 3 full breaths here. Beautiful. For our last pose before Shavasana, we're going to push into the hands and push yourself up and back into a wide-kneed child's pose. Big toes come together to touch. Sit hips all the way back, leaving the belly soft. And you can rest the forehead right down on the mat or on stacked hands. Now your elbows are bent in, so your arms are kind of relaxed here. But even though they're relaxed, you still have a wide hand span because you want to feel as much of the ground underneath you as you can so that you can really ground here in this moment. And just settle in. Feel the opening in the low back. In the hips. And picture the hips moving towards the heels. Softening as much as you can here. Is there anywhere else you can just let go, completely relax? Keeping the breath deep and smooth. Letting go as much as you can here. Taking 5 full deep breath rounds. After the last exhale, slowly push up and get ready for your Shavasana, and I will see you here in a couple of moments. Very slowly bringing awareness back. Deepen your breath. Make small movements in the fingers and the toes. When you're ready, come to roll on one side with eyes closed, staying here in fetal position for just a moment. Take a second to just check in with yourself, how you're feeling in the mind, in the heart, in the body, your breath, your energy, and do so without judgment. Just check in. Taking this time to thank yourself for your practice, for this time that you have dedicated to yourself to bring calm and peace of mind and contentment to yourself. What a great gift. Still with eyes closed, slowly push up to a seated position. Hold your heart under your hands. We feel the heartbeat and we're reminded of how hard the body works for us each and every day. We give thanks to our body. We give thanks to our mind for allowing us to stay mindful for our practice. We give thanks to our breath for always being accessible. And I thank you so much for sharing your energy here with me and allowing me to share my energy with you. The light that shines inside of me acknowledges and appreciates the light that shines within all of you. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for coming. And I won't be here tomorrow. I'm taking the day off to go hiking. Woo woo! Very excited. But I will see you here again Friday. If you do want to have practice tomorrow, you can always check out all the videos that are there. They're like over 60 by now, which is crazy. So please find one that you like. And I will see you back here live in person on Friday. Love you all. Bye. Have a great day.